in the rear with the gear. Today I'm perambulating POTA. We're going to take a look at my POTA kit, my travel bag, what I take to all the parks when I activate. Much larger bag than I take for my Summits on the Air activations. But I thought I'd just walk you through what I carry. You may or may not agree with it. You may or may not think it's too much or too little or too whatever. But if you're into bags and ham radio and stuff like that, like I am, I thought you might enjoy the video. Thank you for being here this time on Perambulating POTA. Alright, so we're going to start the video off. First of all, I'm fairly certain this bag is discontinued. It's a Vertx bag, Vertx. I don't remember the name of it, and you're probably turning off the video now because this idiot doesn't even know what the name of the bag is he's reviewing. But I'm not reviewing the bag, I'm reviewing the system. It was a concealed carry bag. Believe it or not, it's made, as you can see right here on the back, for hardened panels. But in this panel, I have the Evolved Maestro 3, the $60 crap top, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, it's designed to take soft or hard armor there. I, however, am using it for a radio bag. So started off just name tags and things of that nature. Got these off Amazon. I can't remember the name of the seller. Again, I'll try to put links for most of this stuff down in the description. Do I need them? Are they necessary? I don't know. But people ask me what I'm doing, and then I have something to talk to them about. But I got them on Amazon. So there's several pockets in this. I'll start with the first one. It's a very simple pocket. It just pulls down in the front. And in this pocket, I have two HTs. These are the Quansheng KV UV6, KV5 UV6. I don't know what they are. You know what they are. These have the Easy Exumer firmware on them. The reason I like them is I have some HF 27 megahertz antennas that I'll get to eventually. They're in my JCP 12 bag, which is in the back. The reason I like the new firmware is these guys will listen on single sideband in HF. So I can swap this little tiny antenna out, and I can put the 27 megahertz on, and I can listen to 18 megahertz and above on single sideband on this radio, which is kind of neat. It helps, monitor. I can monitor one frequency while I'm on another frequency on the radio. I know you can do that with VFOs, but also it helps with the family. When the family's in the park with me, if they want to go somewhere, they take a radio, leave a radio with me, we go. Or if I want to monitor local 2 meter, 70 centimeter, 2 meter, 70 centimeter repeaters in the air, I can do that as well. When I show you the Summit on the air bag, I have an HT in that as well, but that's for activating. When I do Summits on the air, I'm very rarely successful, but I try to do VHF activations and UHF activations if I can. Just down here, I mentioned or I will mention in a later video about the G90. You need headphones, honestly. The speaker in the G90 is weak. It's not, well, I shouldn't say it's weak. It's not super loud. And it helps, especially when you're in an environment like this. Up here at Ham Hill, it's pretty quiet at Red Top Mountain State Park. Uncle Sam 21904, but it's you operate anywhere where there's any kind of noise, any kind of wind. These are super helpful. They're also helpful for picking people out of the bottom of your noise floor. If you can't hear them, the headphones help. A little bit of MOLLE. You can't really see it in there, but there's MOLLE attachments. These guys are just clipped to the MOLLE, and that's that. So that's the front pocket. I don't know. There's a little Velcro tab in there. I don't know that if I ever connected it or not. So the first pocket is pretty standard stuff. I always keep a flashlight everywhere I go. I bought this at Home Depot. It's a Defiant. I don't even know what that means. That's a company, I guess. You just screw it on, turns on, screw it, turns off. I clip it to this little thing. It usually stays down in this pouch, but I guess I opened it up. Just some Velcro things, again, that I got on Amazon for cable management. Little knife in this box, or this pouch. Razor knife. I don't know that I need this or even why I have it. I just do. Stripping wire with a razor knife, like, it's a lot easier than, with a serrated blade like that. By the way, these are high dollar, very expensive Home Depot knives. because I figure if I lose them or bang them up, I don't care. Nobody's putting a Benchmade in their POTA bag. Or maybe you are, I don't know. This is just a little screwdriver. Again, bought it from Home Depot. Husky. It's got the little miniature bits in the handle there for if you need to do any infield maintenance. I have yet to ever need this. This thing's super cool if you're super lazy. It's a little magnetic picker-upper thingy. I don't know if that'll show up in the camera, but I like it. You drop a screw, or if you just need to pick something up, you can. If you're working with screws, you know, doing something in the field, you just stick them on there, you don't lose them. And then this is the thing I've used the most, obviously just a little multi-tool. Great for all kinds of things. Again, I think I got this from Walmart. It's super cheap, but it works. It works. It's got little knives and saws and things and whatnot. So that's the tool section of the bag. In here, I have various bits and bobs. Like I said, the flashlight that stays on that. This is a USB-A to, I believe it's a 3. I'm not even going to bother annotating it. I don't know what it is. 3.5 to 5.5 millimeter barrel plug. This plugs into my G90 Go box to charge this. If you're ever off grid, these things, as I'm sure if you're watching this video and you're a ham person, you probably know this. These Maestro Evolve 3, a lot of people call them a lot of things. The crap top, the Jenkopotamus, whatever you want to call it. It works great. It charges via USB. One thing that mine has that not a lot of them have, I know this is not what this video is about, but we're here, so we're going to do it. If I have power. I don't know if I have power. Yep, it's got power. Give it 1 second and I'll flip it around and show it to you. I know a lot of people complain about Mac versus Windows versus, you know, all the different things. I put Linux on this one. This is Dragoontooth OS. It's a Ubuntu distro. It comes with all the ham radio stuff you need. There you go. Powered by Ubuntu. So yeah, it's a Linux thing. I log with Qlog occasionally when I'm filming with the phone. But it's got WSGT, good night, I can't talk, WSJTX. It also comes with Grid Tracker. It comes with a lot of other stuff for ham radio that you can use to further your digital modes or, you know, whatever. So charging cable for that is in there. Charging cable for your phone, USB-C to USB-C. Also in my G90 Go box there is a USB-C adapter, so that's for charging your phone or your camera, whatever the case may be. Another random USB-A to USB-C. Well, this one's USB-C to USB-C, so this one's A to C. And then measuring tape, in case you are making a field expedient in-fed half wave, which I've done before because mine broke. So if you need to measure wire, there's that. Random fuses and spade connectors. I don't even know what those go to. But they're in my bag. Everybody needs a marker. You always need a marker, permanent marker. GPS dongle for when you're doing FT8 out in the field if you don't have a cellular connection. I think I paid $12 for this on Amazon. You guys probably all have one. It does work. It says on Amazon that it needs to work on Windows. It doesn't. It works on Linux. No wine adapters, no anything. A couple other things down in there. I don't even know what they are. Oh, this is for my this is for the headphones. I think it's 1/4 inch to eighth of an inch to 1/4 inch maybe. My Yaesu FT897, the other radio that I do POTA activations with, it has the big hole and not the little hole. So I keep this in my bag for when I need headphones with the FT897, and I very rarely need headphones with the FT897 because it is a big boy and it is loud. But anyhow, so that's the little catch-all bag, catch-all compartment rather, that is in the first pocket of my Parks on the Air bag. Second pocket, which gets accessed much more often, and I'll go ahead and put the Jenkopotamus away. Oh, like I said, field expedient, in-fed half wave. There you go. There's some wire in the back of my bag. I didn't even know that was in there. Second pocket, which gets accessed much more often, is where all the fun stuff is. So start off, I don't I don't think the internet needs another JPC-12 video, but I might shoot one while I'm out here with the bag out anyway. JPC-12 antenna, I like it. I think it works really well. I've used it with an FT897, G90, an 891, ICOM 7300, all mobile, all portable operations. It just works. The G90 Go Box that I have will not tune this antenna on 10 meters. It'll tune it on every other band. It will not tune it on 10 meters. I think it's because the separated head unit is getting overwhelmed. I'm going to make a video on that. I think I'm the only one on the internet that's had this problem. If you're still watching this video and you're still around, it was a head scratcher. Like I wanted to pull my hair out. I could not figure it out. There's some good people on a forum that I was part of. mygmrs.com, I think is the name of the website, but they kind of helped me. I got ham help on a GMRS forum, right? But they were very helpful. Kind of walked me through it. We never did solve the problem. We still don't know why it won't work. But anyway, JPC-12 antenna. I use this, I would say 90% of the time I activate. It's a very solid antenna, very reliable, works great, always get good signal reports. Maybe I'll do a separate video on what's in here, but just really quickly, because you're watching a gear video, you probably want to see the inside. There you go. Homemade radial kit, JPC-12 radial wire, the rubber duck antennas for the Quansheng radios that are in there, 27 megahertz antennas that I already talked about, and then your standard fare JPC-12 antenna kit. Moving on, I have a bag of Crown Royal. I wish I had a bag of Crown Royal. No, I have a Crown Royal bag, and in this bag is an in-fed half wave that I use. Those of you who are Amazon hams, you'll recognize this immediately. It's the Gozizo something, 100 watt in-fed half wave transformer. And then I have a simple 3D printed wire spool and some 28 gauge silicone wire that I use for my in-fed half wave. Typically deploy this, got a little heat shrink eyelet there, and then a little S-hook that I bought from the Walmarts, and clip that to the end of my POTA 33 mast, and away we go. So being from Georgia, I thought that was cute. Little peach on it, Georgia peach. Apparently they make peach whiskey. I don't know why anyone would choose to drink peach whiskey, but if you do, yeah, I don't really know what to tell you. I just wouldn't. So that's the in-fed half wave. It stays back there. I also keep these whips, the Abri whips, in the bottom of that bag for the Quansheng radios. If we ever do, the family ever does need to separate a little bit further. If you remember earlier in the video, they had the little stubby antennas on there. I do that on purpose just to keep the area of operation small in terms of where the signal's getting out. But if we ever do need to split up a little further, we've got the whips in there. In this section is probably the most important piece of gear in the kit. It's a solar powered USB charging bank. You've seen these guys everywhere. Couldn't operate without it because I'm constantly logging on my phone, or I'm logging on a laptop, or I'm logging on something. Solar powered, they don't really charge that well in the sun. I had dreams of leaving it in the sun and infinite power. It doesn't really work that way. They charge pretty slowly in the sun. Wireless charging on the back. It's got a bunch of cables there if you need it. It also has a little rubber door thingy here that I'm not going to bother with, except maybe I will bother with it because I almost got it. Yep. Plugs for USB-A and USB-C if you want to do that. But that stays in this first pocket. Also in this first pocket, I have a pair of wire strippers. I could probably get some smaller ones, but it's Parks on the Air, not Summits on the Air, so I don't really care. Little bag with some ditties in it. What is this? Oh, it's an extra SO239 bulkhead. I don't know why that's in there, in case I need to. Probably because I just didn't want to throw it away. We got some other little ditties in here. SO239 to BNC female, in case I want to run some smaller coax, and then the little adapter there for this thing, which I have yet to really use efficiently. I built the G90 Go Box because I watched Mike, Kilo 8 Mike Romeo Delta, tune up guardrails and shopping carts and antennas and things of that nature. So I built this. I don't even know what you call this thing. It really hurts if you get your finger stuck in it. Done that before. It sucks. But I bought this, BNC female, and in theory, you can clip this to anything and the G90 will tune it up. So if you're in some sort of INCOM situation and your antenna goes down, You can clip this to a highway guardrail or a shopping cart or a picnic shelter. Anything bare metal will work. I haven't used it yet because I have a functional antenna and I don't have a monster YouTube channel where I drive around Texas and hook these up to Walmart shopping carts. But I have one in the bag in case I need it. So that's all that stuff goes in this first pocket. Put it all back. And then in the second pocket is my Coax run. This is just, it's nothing fancy. It's not messy and polony. It's not POTA Flex 74 billion or whatever the new things is. It's just standard Amazon Coax. Bought it. It works good enough for me for Parks on the Air. These are ferrite beads, and they're wrapped in electrical tape because I didn't have heat shrink that was that big. I have that on there for when I use this as an in-fed half wave. If you're using an in-fed half wave, you do need a counterpoise. Say that again. If you're using an in-fed half wave, you do need a counterpoise. And if your transformer or your unon doesn't have a terminal screw for a counterpoise, your RF is going to travel back down the outside shielding of your coax. So I have 7 ferrite beads at 66.25 inch or something like that. Because it runs on a 40 meter in-fed half wave. So that keeps the RF out of the radio. Again, works just fine. So I keep that on there whether I'm running the quarter wave or the in-fed half wave. So that's all that's in that pocket, I think. Yeah, because that's all that'll fit in there. So that goes in there. And then the little thing folds over nice and clean. We put these guys back in the bottom. Then we put the JPC-12 back in. And then we put the bag of Crown Royal back in, and then we zip it all up, and we're ready to activate. So I take this everywhere I go and do POTA. I love it. It's a great bag. I'll annotate in the comments what the what the model is. It's a Vertx, again, Vertx.com. I bought it from a guy that used it, like I said, as a carry bag, but it's padded on the back. It's got this little pass-through thing in the back too, which I don't know if you can see that. I think the idea is that you can put like a jacket or something through there so you can carry it on your back if you want to. I've never used it. The back of the bag is hard. I should mention that too. There's a plate, a plastic piece in there, which again, I like. You can lean it up against something. It stays rigid, which is nice. So this is my POTA kit. This is what I take to all the Parks on the Air activations. If you have heard me down here in the free state of Georgia, Kilo Romeo 4, Hotel Fox Delta, this bag is sitting somewhere close to me. Thanks you for watching. This is Perambulating POTA. My name is Matthew, Kilo Romeo 4, Hotel Fox Delta 73, and we'll catch you down the log.